Hi guys, this is Vinyl Finds 85, potentially. No wobble edition whatsoever. Yeah, last couple of times I tried out YouTube Capture so that I could upload potentially in a bit better quality, and just didn't happen. There aren't a lot of options, so it does this error correction thing or motion correction or whatever that is it's trying to do, and it just screws up everything. And apologies to anyone that has watched those videos and got seasick, and thanks very much for not disliking the videos. You know, it's a good reason. If there is a good reason, that is a really good reason to dislike one of my videos. So anyway, yeah, this time I'm just uploading it through my regular broadband, which is ultra slow, and not trying to make any kind of compression to make it faster. But yeah, that's how it goes. Anyway, it's been 2 weeks. I was expecting a package last week, but it hasn't come yet. Well, it hasn't left my online store yet. That is why it hasn't arrived. I'm expecting just one more album that was supposed to be released on the 27th. Obviously, this is the 1st of November, and still not here. So probably we'll have it like next week or something. In the meantime, I have like a few releases, so I'd rather do a finds video now rather than wait for like 10 albums and have a huge number. And yeah, it won't be manageable, and it will be really long and very boring, and it's already 2 minutes. So yeah, I think I should get started. So what's playing in the background? It's one of those videos one of those albums that I discovered just trolling through Spotify. Some of you don't use Spotify for reasons that I do not understand. Yeah, I know that we're in the analog business of music business, if you like, and physically owning stuff, but it's a great resource. I mean, you can check out stuff, and to be fair, you cannot own everything, so yeah. And the good things, that you can find there, you can own, and this is one of them. So this is Flavor Crystals 3, third album, as you probably understand from the title. It is out on a company called MPLS. It's out from Minneapolis. I don't want to say crap. Yeah, I think it's Minneapolis. Yes, it is Minneapolis. The band is from Minneapolis. This is a 3 LP set, and it's just psychedelia, as you can hear in the background. This is the second LP, first side of the second LP, and it's just brilliant psychedelia. It's just fantastic. Do check these guys out. They don't have a lot. They have like I think an EP, a CDR EP or something like that. Second album came out 2009, and I think or 10 or something like that, and this came out in 2012. So yeah, sort of missed out on that one, but it's a limited edition, 500 copies. Start to finish, it just delivers on what it's supposed to be delivering, which is good psych. And it's a really good album, highly recommended. It's a bit of a mixed bag of stuff that I have here. Very, very out there, musically speaking. One album that is going to be shown a lot in the coming weeks, I'm pretty sure of, and also it's going to be appearing in a lot of year-end top albums and whatnot. The Budos Band, I don't think that it requires a lot of introduction. Burnt Offering. This is their third album, I want to say. They have been very consistent in their sound. They have this kind of Afrobeat, you know, with horns and, you know, a lot of rhythm to it, and they sort of continue their style of music here as well. They supposedly have a little bit more doom elements, I mean, you know, whatever, which means that there's a little bit more guitar here and a little bit, yeah, I don't think that beyond the, you know, the album cover, and musically they're, you know, a million miles from what they've been doing. They've been very consistent, as I was saying, and yeah, this is an excellent album. Highly recommended. I was listening to this the other day and I was thinking this could very well be the soundtrack to a Tarantino movie. It just gives you that kind of feel. Yeah, so, you know, you have here Fela Kuti, you know, Afro kind of influences. It's very, well, I don't want to say funky because funky means, you know, other things, but it is very upbeat and very, it's a pleasurable experience listening to this album. It's uplifting and it's really good. Highly recommended. You will be sick to death hearing about this album in the coming weeks. So yeah, it's out on Daptone, and yeah, there's apparently another version of it which is limited, but this is just the regular version, and it's a really good pressing, and you know, I don't mind not having the limited one. And yeah, excuse me. So this wouldn't be my channel if I didn't show some metal, because that's what happens these days. I've been showing fairly regularly metal releases. I don't know if I've shown this one, Paradise Lost, Draconian Times. This is a reissue from 2010, I want to say. Yeah, it is from 2010, and I think this is their third or fourth album, by which time they were more into goth metal kind of phase. They went through a more Metallica sounding phase in the previous album, I think, I want to say. I don't know if it's Draconian Time and then Icon. I'm not very familiar with them. I do remember buying their first album, same titled, called Paradise Lost, and if I remember correctly, I have that on tape. One of the very few albums I bought on tape because I couldn't find it anywhere in any other format back in the day. Bought it when it came out, and I was a bit disappointed at that time when I listened to them. But these guys have gone through various sort of incarnations musically speaking. So they started off as a death metal band. Then went on to become this kind of goth metal outfit, and then they became synth, and then they're back to death metal apparently, or something like that. I'm not sure. I haven't been following them. This is a really good, you know, album of theirs. It can be it's not very challenging, if you know what I mean, in the sense that it's not very experimental, but it's good music. It's easy to listen, for me anyway, and yeah, it's a really good album. Recommended, and it's a classic from that kind of genre. Here's one that I'm very happy to get. This is you cannot see it, sorry, apologies. Yeah, there's a horse here. This is Wilt by the Black Math Horseman. There you go. So came out in TP Records 2009. You can still find copies of this, and this is a band that is I don't know if it's a side project, or how should I call it. Yeah, anyway, it's I would call it a sister band to these guys, Ides of Gemini. I've shown this last time. Ides of Gemini, they have the same you know, singer. I don't remember her name. Musically, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit less epic-y, if you like, but it's really good. Do check this out. It's really good well, not exactly metal album, I would say. I mean, you know, it's not your typical, you know, I classify it as metal so that, you know, I can give it a genre so people can understand, you know, oh yeah, I'm interested in this or I'm not interested in that. But yeah, it's not metal per se. For example, Ides of Gemini, I put it on to a friend of mine that was here. He was into goth. Yeah, he was a goth basically when he was younger, and he liked it. He said that, well, this reminds me of so many other things, that in a good way. But yeah, you wouldn't just classify it as, you know, metal specifically. Uh, Finally, something that is not finally. There's a couple of more things. Um, this one, Noisem Agony Defined. Well, yeah. What do you think this is? This is just killer black metal. Not black metal, death metal, I would say. No, it is death metal. Black metal is a little bit more kind of lonelier kind of deal, because usually it's like one guy, and yeah, it's more oblique and more dark as music, whereas this is a lot more aggressive. Killer stuff. Do check it out if you're interested. Yada yada yada. I don't remember when it came out. I think this is I don't remember. I think it's fairly fresh kind of release. Really good. Change of gears. I was at Rough Trade East the other day. I saw Björk. She was there shopping records. And I was like, hang on, that is Björk. And the reason why I said, you know, hang on, that is Björk, and I didn't say, oh my god, Björk, is that she looked very old. It was scary. It was, yeah, it was really scary. Nothing to do with that youthful looking Björk on, you know, the covers of albums that you know, you've seen up until like fairly recently. No, she looked really old, and yeah, I was doubting, you know, it was her actually for a while. Anyway, regardless, I bought a couple of albums. One being this one. This is Serafastra by Matches. Now, you would say, what the hell is this, Andreas? What are you talking about, and why did you buy it? Well, one of the reasons is this one. It's Trouble in Mind, so, you know, it's a good quality kind of label. Second thing is I read the hype sticker, which gave some information as to who is behind this this project, and it's from a guy called Whitney Johnson. He plays keyboards on Verma, so there's another, you know, thing that just lit up in my mind. Ooh, Verma, Trouble in Mind, good combination. And then I found out that this is actually a release of a tape that came out in digitalis. So, you know, 3 boxes ticked. I had no idea what this sounds like, and I just bought it. So yeah, there you have it. Yeah, this is droney, soundscapey kind of electronics. I haven't listened to it a lot because I got it on Thursday and I just didn't have time. I've needle dropped it. It does what it says on the tin, and yeah, I don't know, maybe you can check it out. You might be interested. Finally, a complete shifting gears completely. From that day on in Rough Trade, I got this one. So yeah, Blackfire, New Spirits, Radical and Revolutionary Jazz in the US, 1957-1982, and it's a soul jazz compilation. Usually you don't go wrong with these, and they just deliver the goods really. I mean, you know, drop some names here: Yusuf Lateef, Last Poets, Don Cherry, some guys I don't know, Archie Shepp, the Jazz Composers Orchestra, I don't know, Joe Henderson. These are some guys I know and other guys that I don't know and potentially should know. Yeah, I haven't listened to the whole thing. I've listened to like 1.5, 2.5 sides, which is just really great. I mean, you know, can't go wrong really. And finally, I got my copy of Spiritual Jazz out on Jazzman. This is still sealed because I had the download, so I bought it off Amazon, and they give you a free download as well, regardless whether the record has one or not, sometimes anyway. And just, yeah, does what it says on the tin. It's a classic series. This is number 5. I don't own any of the other ones. Number 1, Spiritual Jazz 1, is like sort of a holy grail of compilations about from this genre, and it's just really good, really good. Yeah, I was toying around and thinking, should I buy it, should I not buy it, and then, you know, it had become harder and harder to find, and yeah, I said, you know, whatever, I will just pull the trigger. Yeah, so yeah, that's my update. Quick one. I still did 16 minutes. It will take ages to upload, but it's fine, you know. It's going to be in better quality. So anyway, yeah, leave your comments, you know, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. Yeah, subscribe to the channel if you like what you saw. Unsubscribe if you think that this is, you know, kind of crap that don't have time for. And I will be seeing you around. I will be uploading potentially another Now Spinning video. I've been playing quite a few things lately, and yeah, that's it.